Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to BTD6 ranking, but it's a little bit different than the videos I normally do. But basically, what I want to do is I want to rank every single BTD6 round in the entire game based off of difficulty. And keep in mind that this is my personal opinion, so you may not agree with my rankings, but we're gonna look at every single round overly specifically, and I'm gonna rank its difficulty and why it's difficult. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's place our boat down here and let's hit play. All right, round one. Let's rank round one in terms of difficulty. Round one gets a 1 out of 1, or well, 1 out of 1. What? It gets a 1 out of 10 because, like, I mean, look at this. It's literally just spaced red balloons. Literally the easiest thing that you could defeat. Child's play, really. Round two. We're gonna rate this one again 1 out of 10. It's slightly less spaced reds. That's literally all it is. So let's go ahead and get Etienne down. I want to get him somewhere in the back so we can actually see the rounds. So I'll put him like right there. All right, round three. 2 out of 10. It's a bit unexpected, the blues, but it's still like ridiculously easy. It's like not even funny. Round four. We're actually gonna give this a 6 out of 10 because look at all that. Look at all those blue balloons that just come out of nowhere. This is our first quote unquote hard round of the game. 6 out of 10 for sure for round four. This is like it's like for first time players, it'll definitely catch you off guard. Good thing Chimps doesn't start on round four. Round five, 2 out of 10. It's pretty easy. It's not really anything. It's really not anything. It's like a slightly harder version of round three. Round six, round six we'll give a 1 out of 10 because this is when Chimp starts and you can usually defend Chimps round 6 pretty easily. So pretty easy 1 out of 10 round. Let's go ahead and get Grape Shot here. All right, round 7, like 2 out of 10, I guess. The blue and green combo is kind of scary, I guess, in a way, but it's not like really scary at all, actually. So whatever. Round 8, I guess I'll also give this a 2 out of 10. It's also just more greens mixed with blues. That's literally all it is. The only reason it's not 1 out of 10, I guess, is because round 8 can actually be pretty difficult on Chimps. So round 9, I don't know, 2 or 3, I want to say. I guess I'll say, I'm just gonna say 2 because I personally haven't had much trouble with this that round before. Round 10, 1 out of 10. Round 10 is ridiculously easy. It's literally just a bunch of blues. The only way you can not defend round 10 is if you only have Psy, but it's like at that point, like, why only have Psy, right? But yeah, 1 out of 10. This round is really easy. In fact, I like to consider round 10 the money making round because of how easy it is. Let's get a glue gunner up here. Put it on close. Let's keep going. Round 11, 2 out of 10. It's the first yellows, but it's usually not very difficult because you usually have some kind of defense up by now. Round 12, gonna give it a 1 out of 10. It's not difficult at all. It's just round 12. Like, who even remembers what comes on round 12? Like, seriously. Round 13, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It's the constant onslaught of green and blues is actually kind of brutal. So yeah, I'll give it a solid 3 out of 10. It's not easy, but it's not hard or anything. So round 14, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Because there are just a lot of balloons on this round. 5 out of 10 easily. It's decently difficult, but it's not anything too crazy. So, round 15, 7 out of 10. This is just a really hard round. There's just pinks, yellows, greens, blues everywhere. It's pretty difficult. But yeah, so I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. That's the highest ranking so far. So, right? Yeah, because I did round 4, 6 out of 10, I think so. Round 16, 2 out of 10. It's just constant greens, like, who cares? Only reason it's not 1 out of 10 is because of those yellows at the end. Round 17, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. Regrowths can catch you off guard. Only time it's difficult though is if you don't, like if you're a beginner, you don't know how regrowths work really. Round 18, like 2 out of 10, I guess. It's not really anything. It's not really anything to worry about. It's like, in fact, like what did I even watch there? Like that was just so boring what I just watched there. Round 19 is actually going to be a 5 out of 10. The constant pinks and the sprinkled yellow regrowths that they put in there is kind of nasty, but it's not usually too bad. Round 20, 4 out of 10. This is our first balloons above yellow, or not above yellow, above pink, and it's can be bad, especially if you have bomb shooters. They literally just don't do any damage. Round 21, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. It's pretty much just a 4 out of 10 for the same reason round 19 was so high. So round 22, 3 out of 10. Most people don't spam snow monkeys everywhere, so you should have a pretty easy time with that. If you got to round 22 after round 20, then you'll be fine. Round 23, 2 out of 10. It's literally just a weaker version of previous rounds, so it's like whatever. Round 24, 4 out of 10, because it's the first camo balloon, so if you're playing on chimps and you don't have any camo, this little guy can just sneak on by. Thankfully we have Etienne in the back here, but yeah. 4 out of 10, besides the camo, if you have camo detection, it's pretty darn easy. Round 25, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10, and this is because of the purple balloons. Yeah, purple balloons can be pretty nasty, especially if you're going for like an Adora wizard setup. Like if you're limited to only like magic towers, or if you got like or even just a middle path mermonkey, it can be pretty bad. It's usually not too bad though, as long as you know what you're doing. So that's why it gets 5 out of 10. Round 26, 3 out of 10, because like it's kind of a forgettable round. Got it for zebras, I guess, but like by this point you should have plenty enough defense. Round 27, 1 out of 10. Well, no, I'll give it 2 out of 10 just in case you got your glue gunner here that's only attacking 1 balloon at a time. So I'll give it a 2 out of 10, but this is another round I consider a money-making round. It's literally just a bunch of weak balloons. So that's literally all it is. Round 28, let's go ahead and give round 28 a 5 out of 10. We'll give round 28 a 5 out of 10 because it is the first leads and it could catch you off guard, I guess, but it rarely happens. Round 29, 1 out of 10. Round 29 is just ridiculously easy. It's just a bunch of yellows. That's literally all it is. Like, bruh. Round 30, 2 out of 10. If you beat round 28, then you should be prepared for round 30. Round 31, I will give this a 4 out of 10. The constant zebras and black and whites are actually kind of bad, and you can I've actually gotten a few regrow farms with those zebras before. Round 32, 2 out of 10. It's not difficult at all. If you have purple detection, you should have purple detection by now, so whatever. Round 33, let's give it the same ranking as the first game around, 4 out of 10, because you could have just been like, oh, I'll let that one green get by, and then you forgot to get camo detection again. So yes, it even happens to pro players, I will admit. Round 34, 1 out of 10. Round 34 is not difficult. It's just constant yellows with space zebras. I mean, whatever. Another easy defendant. Another what I'd probably consider a money making round. Finally got camo detection on our thing, so let's go. Round 25, 2 out of 10. It's kind of a forgettable round. I mean, you got your first rainbows, I guess, but they don't even give you that much, so it's like whatever. Round 36, 7 out of 10. Those pinks are like and you got the spaced green regrow camo balloons. That could be pretty bad. Yeah, this one's definitely a 7 out of 10. Pinks, and they're like a bunch of grouped pinks. They go by super fast. Can definitely throw you off guard. It's definitely thrown me off guard before. Round 37, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. This is the first round since round 30 with camo, or not with camo, with leads. So that could throw you off, I guess, but it's not typically too hard. Yeah, whatever. And I guess, yeah, these camo whites can actually be pretty bad if you have very low camo detection. Round 38, I guess we'll go 5 out of 10 just because, although it's practically the same round as before, instead of camo whites, they put 2 ceramics, and that can be bad depending on what defenses you have. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Round 39, 6 out of 10. It starts off easy, but they get progressively harder until you get regrow rainbows. Despite my high ranking of it, I would also consider that a money making round, just because you get when you're in a chimps game, you get like $2,000 from that round alone. But it still can be pretty difficult. I've had trouble with it. The one we've all been waiting for, round 40. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. I just hooked it there, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I mean, it's hard, but it's like you kind of expect it. Round 40 is really only hard to deal with if you're on an advanced or above map and you're playing chimps. That's pretty much the only time it's hard. And I guess expert on hard difficulty also can be pretty rough. 41, 1 out of 10. It's ridiculously easy. 42, I'll give it a 3 out of 10 just because you got regrow rainbows, which you could start a regrow farm, and you got the the rainbow camo, which I've actually had to worry about in the past, so I'll give it. Round 43, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because the rainbow ceramic combo is kind of deadly. I'm not even gonna lie. Round 44, 1 out of 10. It's literally just zebras. It's literally just zebras. It's literally the easiest round in the entire game. Okay, not literally, but it kind of is. Round 45, 3 out of 10, I guess. I mean, the rainbows are kind of scary, but like, I mean, if you have purple detection, you probably also have camo detection, so it's like not gonna matter too much. So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, pretty easy round though. They just had a bunch of constant pinks and then fortified leads at the end, which is like, okay, whatever. Round 46, let's give this a 5 out of 10. Fortified ceramics, it's kind of mean, isn't it? Like, dang. At least they're only spaced though. Round 47, I'm gonna give these a 7 out of 10 because those bunch of ceramics can definitely throw you off for sure. I've definitely lost 2 of a few times. Round 48, like a 3 out of 10, I guess. It's not difficult at all. Kind of a forgettable round actually. If you don't have camo purple detection by now, then how are you even still alive? Like, whatever. And then just purples. And then the fortified ceramics are kind of difficult, but they only do 3, so it's like whatever. Round 49, this is gonna be our first 8 out of 10. Round 49 is hard. If you've ever tried to use 3-2-0 heli, like solo up to this point, you actually like lose this round. This is the first round that you lose to, I think. That or 47, I don't remember. But yeah, our first 8 out of 10. All those ceramics and then at the end of regrow rainbows can actually be pretty deadly if you are if it catches you off guard and or you just don't have enough money for defense. So yeah, I definitely watch out for round 49. Round 50, I'll give it a 4 out of 10 just because, although yeah, the 2 Moabs suck, but honestly I'd give it a 4 out of 10 because of the ceramics. The ceramics can be pretty scary. But you're usually fine because if you beat round 49, you can usually beat round 52. So round 51, I guess I'll give it a 3 out of 10. It's constant ceramics, so it's like whatever, but it's but they have camo, so I guess if you don't have enough camo, then that's the first round where it's like if you don't have enough camo, you're probably dead. So yeah, but not too difficult. Round 52, 3 out of 10. It's literally just, to me, an easier version around so yeah, whatever. Round 53, 2 out of 10. It's literally just 3 Moabs and it's space tank camo pinks, like seriously. Like that's it. Like bro, get out of here. Round 54, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Those constant ceramics are pretty deadly considering like how much they do. Round 55, 6 out of 10. Just because there's a bunch of spaced and not spaced ceramics at the time. That set of ceramics right there is usually what gets you killed. And then you just got the Moab there. Round 56 gets a 2 out of 10. It's just a bunch of ammo rainbows. And then just a Moab at the end, just like pathetic. Might as well just be there to give you more money. Round 57, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 just because the Moabs grouped together can be pretty bad, but it's usually not that bad. Round 58, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10 because you got space ceramics and constant Moabs, which can be pretty darn scary. And then you got the fortified ceramics at the end. Obviously, that just doesn't make things easier. But it's usually not too bad, but you definitely can lose it this round. Round 59, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because although this is the first camo leads, if you played this game long enough, you pretty much expect it at this point. It's very rare to lose to this round. So yeah, it's not too bad. 5 out of 10. Round 60, I guess I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's just a 1 BFB. It's not too difficult. You can usually defend round 60 pretty easily. Let's go ahead and go into free play. We got round 61. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. The constant Moabs and regrow zebras is just, it's not fun. And I'm gonna give the same ranking for round 62 because although purples are easier to deal with than regrow zebras, they bring in our first fortified Moabs in this round, and those can be pretty darn hard to deal with. Now this is the real round everyone's been waiting for. Round 63. Round 63 gets a 9 out of 10. Round 63 sucks. Look how tightly packed those ceramics are. Look at that. They actually got like down here. Ever since I got Pirate Lord, they've only gotten to like right here max, and then like they got here first try. And then not to mention the third wave of ceramics is even harder to deal with than the first two. This round deserves its 9 out of 10 ranking. I don't care what anyone says. No matter how good you are at the game, this round will always be difficult, no matter what. All right, and that leaves us round 64, which I'm gonna give an 8 out of 10. Not as hard as round 63, but all those Moabs like so tightly impact together is pretty rough. Round 65, I'm gonna give a 4 out of 10 because this is what I'd also consider another money-making round, because it just gives you a bunch of weak balloons. It's kind of like a stronger version of round 39, in my opinion. And you can usually deal with the Moabs pretty easily. I personally have never had trouble dealing with them in the past. So round 66 gets a 2 out of 10. It's kind of a forgettable round, and for good reason. It's not very difficult. So whatever. Round 67 gets the same ranking. It's literally just pretty much the same exact round. I've never really had a problem with the camo regrow fortified ceramic balloons before, but that's just me personally. But round 68, also same ranking because it's just not difficult at all. Like, it's just really underwhelming. Round 69, 1 out of 10. This is what I consider a heavy money-making round because you don't have any Moabs on this round. So even if you just have like I fully believe, actually, you know what, hold on. Just to prove my point on how easy this round is, you know what I'm gonna do? And I'm convinced that a 3-2-0 glue gunner can beat this round. Watch this. This round is so easy. That round is so ridiculously easy. It's literally not even funny. So whatever. Round 70, I guess I'll give it a 2 out of 10. The Moabs at the end can kind of catch you off guard, I guess, but it's again not easy, or it's not hard at all. Like, I would say whatsoever, it's not hard. So whatever. Round 71 is kind of a forgettable round, and for good reason. 3 out of 10. I guess the constant Moabs can be bad compared with the ceramics, but I've never personally had much problem with it. So round 72, I'll give it like a 3 out of 10, I guess. Regrow ceramics are kind of bad, and then you got multiple Moabs here, but it's literally only 2, so like whatever. Round 73, I'll give it the same ranking because it's just, I mean, whatever. It just like to give you like barely any BFBs, so it's like whatever, who cares. I'm gonna get a sub here in the back to reduce the cooldown for the ability. Round 74, I'm actually gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Round 74 is actually pretty darn difficult with the ceramics and the BFBs paired with each other. But it's still not too bad, so whatever, I guess. Just a bunch of fortified ceramics, which I guess can be bad in certain situations depending on your defense. So, whatever. All right, round 75. This round is gonna get a 8 out of 10 because look at this. So you got your BFBs here, and then you got, despite what it shows here, there's actually 2 BFBs right there. Like, look at this. Those are 2 BFBs right there. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog bark in the background. She's stupid. And then you got this other BFB here, but oh wait, hold on. It's actually 2 more BFBs stacked on top of each other. Not to mention, you got the fortified Moabs on top of each other on top of that. Round 76, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. It's like a slightly easier version of round 63 in my opinion. Let's see how the 320 glue gunner does against it. Yeah, 320 glue gunner can pretty much destroy this round too, so cool. Yeah, it's not usually too bad. Just get a 320 glue gunner, you literally win. Round 77, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 because it starts off really slow. Like really slow, I mean, because it's just spaced Moabs. But then you see that it gives you like 5 BFBs on top of each other. It's like, huh? So yeah, that can definitely throw you off guard. I definitely have trouble with it in the past. But you're usually fine. Round 78, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's just a slightly harder version of round 76, I think. Not to mention that the second set of packed together ceramics are camo, so that can also be pretty bad usually, if not all of your defenses can hit camo. So yeah, it's a pretty difficult round, I would say, but not anything too crazy yet. But yeah, I definitely would watch out for this round if I were you guys. We good here? Yeah. That's the first time I actually had to question if we were gonna be fine, but yeah, we're good. Round 79, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Constant regrow rainbows this is usually the round that people die to because of regrow farms, just because of how many regrow rainbows are. It's a ridiculous amount, not to mention constant BFBs on top of it, and not to mention the last 2 BFBs are fortified. So yeah, this round's not easy. This round is definitely not easy, but it's not too bad either. Round 80, this is another big round. I'll give round 80 a 4 out of 10. It's 1 ZMG. It's usually not a problem. If you can beat round 40 and you can beat round 60, round 80 is usually not a problem. So, and there's a reason I chose Pirate Lord. Pirate Lord can pretty much solo up until round 80. Round 81, this is gonna get a 8 out of 10 ranking. Constant BFBs. It's just, if you're not prepared, it's gonna ruin your day. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend being unprepared for this round for sure. Pretty difficult. Look how tightly packed those BFBs are together. Yeah. And I'm gonna give round 82 the same ranking because it's literally just the same, but instead of like constant BFBs, it's constant BFBs, but the rest are regrow, or not regrow, fortified. But it's like, it's really not that much more difficult, I guess, I would say, personally. Round 83 gets a 4 out of 10. It's just ceramics, space ceramics with a group of Moabs like in the middle somewhere. It's like pathetically easy. So whatever. Yeah, it's not difficult at all. I would say it's not difficult. Poisonally. Look at that. Look how long this round takes. I would consider this a money making round for sure. Round 84, oh, this one's gonna be kind of hard to rank. I guess I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I've had trouble with it in the past, so whatever. I guess it's pretty difficult. Round 85, we'll give this a 5 out of 10. Slightly harder than round 80 because it's pretty much just round 80, but there's 2 of them. Not too bad though. Round 86, I'll give a 4 out of 10. It's usually not, I've personally never really had that much trouble with this round before. So whatever. Wow, look at that. I just defeated all of that using the Pirate Lord's ability. That's insane. Round 87 gets an 8 out of 10 because it's 4 ZMGs. That's kind of evil, isn't it? Like 4 ZMGs, bro. Like what the? Like that's kind of crazy. Like if you're not prepared, this is a really beefy round. If you're not prepared, that's for sure. Round 88, 3 out of 10. It's a pretty forgettable round, I'll be honest. Pretty darn forgettable. 89, 5 out of 10. Constant fortified Moabs can be bad, but it's usually not too bad. So, like, whatever. Round 90 gets a 9 out of 10, because this is our first DDTs. And if you're not prepared, they could just go by your whole entire defense. Look how far they got. Look how far they got. And I have a 3 times ultra boosted Pirate Lord. It's kind of insane. Let's get an MIB in the back here. Yeah, not easy at all. Round 91 gets a 3 out of 10. It's not too bad. It's not really much we haven't seen before. That's a lot of together BFBs, but you rarely ever have problems with it, so it's like whatever. Round 92, 3 out of 10 as well, because it's like, it's kind of feels just like a repeat around 89 in my opinion. But instead you got CMGs in the back here. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Not bad. Round 93 gets a 9 out of 10 as well, because you got 5 DDTs instead of 3, like the first time we saw it. So yeah, very difficult round. Very difficult round. Round 94, 8 out of 10. This is a pretty beefy round, but it's not anything compared to the next few rounds. So this is kind of like a pre-test to the next few rounds. But it's still pretty difficult, I would say. Still pretty difficult. Round 95, 10 out of 10. This is our first 10 out of 10 round. Round 95 sucks. Round 95 sucks so bad. I hate round 95. Look at this monstrosity. Just look at this. Look at those constant DDTs, bruh. Awful. Awful. Nobody likes to deal with that. Round 96, 9 out of 10. Round 96 is just really freaking difficult. It's the second beefiest round in the entire game. It's ridiculously difficult. Look at all those BFBs and then all those ZMGs in the back on top of it. It's like, bruh. Like, get them out of here. Round 97, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Because it's just 2 fortified ZMGs. Look at that. Just destroyed that, by the way. Yeah, round 97, I never personally have too much problem with. The only way it's kind of difficult is if you don't have any, like, way to slow it down, like a 040 Ninja or a 003 Heli or, a 003 glue gunner. If you don't have any stall, that round's difficult, but if you do, it's pathetically easy. Round 98, 10 out of 10. Bunch of ZMGs stacked on top of a bunch of BFBs. This round is hard. Like, it's crazy how difficult this is. I know I'm making it look easy, but trust me, this is not an easy round. Usually, I would say round 98 is the round I die to most on chimps, personally. That and like round like 8, I guess. So round 99, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Fortified DDTs, but it's not nearly as much as round 95, so, but it's still a really difficult round. And finally, last but not least, round 100 is getting a 10 out of 10. Round 100 is tough, and I'll tell you why. Every single tower, there's like very few towers that can deal with BFBs like rather easily. It's not an easy round whatsoever. I've lost around 100, probably the second most ever. This round is not easy at all. Look at this. Look how beefy this thing is, bruh. I have a 10 times ultra boosted Pirate Lord with Call to Arms, and I'm still haven't even popped it yet. Ridiculous, but there we go. That is my ranking in terms of difficulty for all 100 rounds of BTD6. If there's any rankings that you disagree with, let me know. But I would say that personally, if you're pretty decent at the game, that you would agree with a lot of my choices. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.